Alright, good afternoon, everyone. My sleeping schedule has been a disaster the last couple of weeks for reasons that are beyond me. Hopefully, starting to get it under control. I'll start playing, streaming regularly again. Um, so I have been kind of craving Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader for a while, and the season pass is kind of on a super steep discount on PlaySum. So I picked that up, and I'm gonna give it a go. I haven't played either Lex Imperialis or Void Shadow, so I'm unfamiliar with those. I've played the base game before. Um, let's say about 70-80% of the way through, and then I stopped. I don't even know how long ago. Um, so yeah, gonna start a new game. I'm gonna try daring. So where basically everyone is neutral. I think my other playthrough, I assume my other playthrough was on normal, because that's how I normally try these first. So we'll give this a go. Let's assume I am familiar, given that I've played it before. Um, what are these guys? Oh, I didn't realize they had pre-gens. Now we're gonna go with custom character. I don't really care. Is there a randomize button? I wouldn't mind a randomize button. I'll hit and randomize like 17 times and I'm moving on.
Macro cannons, volley!
Excellence matters.
The Emperor gave me a Lance batteries, volley! Let chaos paint the stars red. Looks like we have a problem on our hands.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
Sure. Homeworld, last time I played with a Forge Worlds. And I tried to play a psychic character, and I'm not a huge fan of how Psionics works in this game, especially for the main character. So we're not going to do that again. I do like the idea of getting an instant heal. That's neat. Actually, Voidborn is kind of cool. What did Forge World give me before? It gave me, oh, a whole bunch of stuff that had nothing really to do with being a psyker. So that was kind of that was not synergistic at all. I think I went with it because of like calculated relations. World. Oh, you have no stat modification if you're from an Imperial world. Interesting. Oh, you get a plus 10 to any characteristic. That's hilarious. So you get a bonus to kill Xeno's demons, but you know nothing about them. and can never know anything about them. Never stop shooting. God damn. Kinda think I want Void Burn. I like the fortune stuff. That's pretty interesting and fun. Especially since I can ignore fellowship and focus on intelligence. Yeah. Once you take Be Smart. Okay. No, I picked Sanctioned Cycler last time, so I am not going to do this time around. Arbitrator. Okay, so this is from the DLC. Now, because we're going to get a side character that I think I want to use for a bit, I'm not going to go with this guy. I'm not doing Sanctioned Cycler because I've already done that. You serve me. The noble assigns one on enemy with a servant at the end of combat. Any of the noble's abilities affect the servant. They get +5 characteristics until the noble's next turn. Whenever the servant attacks the target, the noble deal damage to, they get a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, high critical stuff. And that is a boost to intelligence and fellowship. That's really a focus on fellowship, which is fine. The Navy officer grants the braced effect to each ally, which is a +2 deflection for each archetype chosen by the Navy officer. So by the end of the game you'll have 3 archetypes, so it's either a +2, 4, or 6. Also, the character gains immunity to force movement effects and cannot be over-penetrated. It's kind of cool. This effect lasts for 1 round. The Navy officer gets +1 charge ability at the start of combat when a room is brought below 50% for the first time, and each time in light. That's kind of neat. Boost to toughness and perception. So this is really about boosting people around you. Bolter, flamer, chain, melter, or power weapon is really what they want. Okay. Get tons of lore and Imperium. Whenever they use War Hymn of Furious Recital. bonus armor characters with chain and power weapons. It's really anti-demon Siphon Xenos. That's kind of cool. Okay, the Crime Lord. I'm going for an intelligence build anyway. Surefire plan is kind of cool. Then options you get later. Crime Lord's pretty cool. I like this one. Commissar. So you can shoot an ally. It ignores armor deflection, always hits, and does double damage if your ally is a Xeno. If it doesn't kill them. They get bonus damage, dodge, parry, and all characteristics. It's kind of huge. If they fall unconscious, everybody, you know what? No, I don't want a commissar. I don't want to be shooting my own people. The Astra Military Commander, i.e. the Imperial Guard. When used for one round, the Astra Military Commander and allies do not suffer damage from allied attacks and deal more damage that were attacked by them since activation. It's not bad. I'm leaning on Crime Lord. I kind of like the surefire plan stuff. I think that's kind of fun. Now, I picked Illustrious Glory last time. Doesn't really matter. I'm gonna go with Feud of Greatness. It's interesting that they have the same stat modifier. Yeah, Feud of Greatness. I had Brand of Shame last time. It doesn't really make a huge difference. Let's go with Shadow of Torment. Archetypes. Okay. So last time I played, I went with Officer. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go with a soldier. Keep it simple. Oh, I see. I don't need this window at all. Whoops. How do I? Yeah, we're just gonna go with soldier. Oh, I was thinking of the naval officer, the one who uses intelligence instead of fellowship. Okay, got it. Yeah, soldiers, fine. Oh, weapon skill is melee. Ballistic skill is shooting. Right. So Voidborn and Crime Lord kinda don't go together great. Like, they're not bad. I mean, it's only +5 weapon skill, it's not a big deal. How are you for ballistic skill? No penalties. But like the -5 to strength is where I was looking, because that reduces physical damage. Maybe. We go back down to here. Oh, these are different stats now. That's interesting. Let's go with Grim Wardens. We're going to stick with Soldier. How many... Oh, there we go. Got these many pluses. So let's get really good at ballistic skill. Let's bump the old intelligence up. In fact, let's not worry about ballistic skill. Let's bump up perception and willpower and toughness. And strength, I think, matters for carrying some weapons. Definitely affects athletic skill. Yeah, let's just round that off. I still don't understand why we have choices here. Like, it's weird that it gives me a choice here. Like, I can only assume that in some future DLC, some as yet unmentioned DLC, do we know what the DLCs are yet for Season 2? No, we don't. Secret Vault, Graveyard of Ships Lost to the Void, new story, restoration of region, unique enemies, questline, new mechanic. Yeah, I don't know. Like the upcoming DLC doesn't have any for ships. So like this thing where you get to choose your ship, that's always kind of weirded me out. Yeah, whatever, man. I don't care. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hero, that's fine. The cinematics in this game are so good, so I'm absolutely sitting through them all. Look, Owlcat Games knocked this out of the park.
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
Have we met?
Allow me to introduce myself. Conrad Voigtveer, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship Rogue Trader Theodora von Valencias. At your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
Let's go with the pompous response.
My regards, Lord Captain. Though perhaps I should refrain from addressing you thus, well, aboard this vessel. With all due respect, Commodore. I will be frank with you. You may forget your past titles, no matter who gave them to you, or what their origins are. From the moment you and the other candidate were brought aboard this void ship, your fate changed. You now serve Lord Captain Theodora von Valencias, and carry the burden of an heir of this house. Henceforth, you share your dynastic name with Her Ladyship. Bear it with honor.
Yeah, you say I'm one of the heirs, so there's another candidate?
There is. And you will meet him soon enough.
Why am I here?
So that you may fulfill your blood duty. Whatever obligations you had before, they are henceforth null and void. By order of the Lord Captain, you have been requisitioned to serve the Rogue Trader, indeed blessed by the God Emperor. I see that you are shocked. Yes, you understood correctly. Lady Theodora's authority indeed supersedes that of those whom you obeyed before. The Lord Captain's power is so great that she is capable of performing unthinkable feats, such as changing the fate of a servant of the Imperium. Your fate.
What do you want, man?
But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far. The Lord Captain and Master Ethelthrad von Valencias are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
Sure, let's go. Okay, for now I'm going to bring up tutorials, just like I'm going to let the tutorials happen. Just 'cause it's been a while since I played. Hold tab, that's... And then there's stuff like that that I'm going to absolutely forget about. The circuit mechanism has been interfered with without due reverence. The duration of this data processing cycle has tripled. Yes, pressing the buttons makes the tech priest sad. Don't do it. Do I have an inventory I can look at? Oh, I do. I have a pistol. All right. Candlelit altar, sure. Where's my guy? Oh, there's my guy. I have this like
One of
this
the fond
15th century naval hat.
Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
Lehman Ross. I wanna use the Lehman Ross.
What's happening?
Bad things are happening.
Run! The servitors have gone berserk! To arms!
Okay, so I can't reposition, so we're just gonna start. Okay. So if I were to shoot from here, I have a 45% chance. The abilities I have are Brace for Impact, right, which gives everyone like an armor boost, right? +2 deflection. Yeah. I also have 1 on gun. So I can do bonus shots at this round.
On it. I don't need luck. I have strategy.
Yeah, no, I got it. Okay. Brace for Impact might keep these little guys alive.
I'll make it happen. It's as good as done.
Okay. So we wing that guy. Which is more to be said for these crew members. Yeah, okay, Brace for Impact did not help that guy at all. Are you gonna do something, man? You appear to be putting stat debuffs on it. What does this do? Oh. Okay, so if you ever shoot at the guy, if he ever shoots, he will do damage.
Who if not me?
Uh-oh. Hi, buddy. Yeah, you don't seem to be helping much. Okay.
I'll make it happen.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. That's an interesting choice.
Death to the heretics.
Oh,
What
you killed him finally.
suspiciously
Okay.
poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors. I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope...
Okay. Is there anything I can loot? I don't think so. To me, this feels like a tease. Like if you're gonna put a Liminos battle tank in the game, but you're not gonna let me use it. Like, come on, man.
Keep your wits about you.
Now you're just messing with me. I don't think there's any long-term ramifications to clicking any of these. Well, I'm just gonna click on them all just to be sure. Sweet.
Is there money to be made?
Am I supposed to be? Where am I? Where am I supposed to be going? I don't even know. Oh, over here. That's where I'm supposed to be going.
That is simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad?
I'm just gonna look around.
Our second candidate has joined us. Approach and give me your answer. Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. the mining crew sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure?
So, we have options that involve skill checks, which I've succeeded, and then we have generic options. So, almost always, the options that involve successful skill checks are going to give you better or more interesting results than the ones that are just, you know, here are the default options that everybody has. So I'm going to go with those spirits could well be the native names for dangerous aliens. I would first verify if that is indeed the case, and if the population of that planet engages in xeno worship.
Reasonable and prudent. However, chasing after ethereal creatures may prove a rather long and fruitless endeavor.
Apart from Xenos, an untrodden planet might be teeming with myriad horrors that are far more dangerous and difficult to eradicate. I suspect that you are simply unaware of their existence.
Yeah, let's not fight amongst ourselves.
Even among his flock, not all are of a piece. I suggest you familiarize yourself with that fact before you are sorely...
Douche.
Edelthrad, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
So, why are you here? You have seeded the opening that was offered to you in a woeful display of meekness. Admittedly, this tendency is equally strong in all who toil in the... My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris. I am a rogue. It is my decision alone.
If you want to read this, you can
determine
pause
the
the
fate
video.
of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find. Oh yes, you would be, wouldn't you? The question is, am I ready to choose? Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the... I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp in my presence.
Hey Redneck, how's it going? Yeah, let's report about the incident.
Is that so? Perhaps the technomats were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing...
Oh, it's going alright. I've not been sleeping much. Like, I've been unable to go to sleep before 6 AM most days these last week or so. So trying to get back into things. Some of the first season pass for this on like a fairly steep discount, so I decided to pick it up because I've been wanting to play this again for a while. So it's going alright.
Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated...
Oh, Lord.
Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is ancient. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling
Yeah, I
inside
imagine
the
you're
bulkheads,
probably going to be pretty
plotting
busy,
against
eh?
those who yet live. You can start by not asking questions of this sort. I have...
Alright. What do you want me to do,
Observe,
lady?
Learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel.
And where are we going?
The Rykad system.
Okay.
I set the course for Rykad on the demand for a very specific reason. Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage, but now is not the time.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, I'm going to ask question 1 here about navigation and translation, just in case anyone in the audience doesn't know what this means. So we're currently in warp. This is not Star Trek warp.
Surely I should not have to explain such things to a former Vessels such as this one are capable of leaving real space and traversing into the warp, an otherworldly dimension of cruel and unthinkable forces.
It's hell.
By entering it under the protection of the Geller field, we shorten the route to our destination, crossing distances that would require hundreds of years in a matter of weeks instead, sometimes in days or even hours. That is how humanity spread across the galaxy. That is how we were able to build the Imperium, which spans millions of stars.
For anyone unfamiliar with the Warhammer 40k universe, basically warp travel, you take a shortcut through hell to get to whatever location you're trying to get to. Like it's literally hell. It is literally hell.
In that case, I shall head to... Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
Cool. Can I get a real gun now? We're fucked. I have a pistol.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
Blah blah blah.
Emperor, protect me.
A tactically sound approach. Follow my lead. The glory of the Imperium.
Oh, melt-a-bomb. Oh, nice. You can take care of a bunch of them.
Chaos guides me.
Use cover to avoid enemy attacks. Yes, that would be a sensible option. Let's... I'm going to take one step to here. So I can do brace for impact. Oh, that's not going to boost Abelard. I just missed Abelard. Well, fuck. I'm going to nip back behind here.
I am ready for whatever comes.
And then I'm going to shoot whoever I can shoot. Cool. Almost killed them.
Death to the weak. See my great works, bastards! Brace yourself, Abelard. My place is at the fore. One fewer target. Weapon at the ready. Die!
Okay. So we're gonna run and go.
I'll make it happen.
So that means we have 2 shots this round.
Who, if not me?
We're
Your
gonna
end
finish
was
you.
inevitable. It's as good as done.
Nice. Couple of crits.
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive. Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel.
Yeah, what are your orders?
Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Arch-Militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
Do I... Still nothing I can loot. Okay, sorry, where do you want me to go? You want me to go to the officer deck? Okay. I don't know how to get to the officer deck.
I always keep my options open.
That is not how I get to the officer deck. Okay. Oh, hello. Okay, that's a drawbridge. Oh, so I can't go that way. Can't go that way. I assume I must be this way then. Can't go that way. Oh, here we are.
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Always on time, eh, Coonrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done.
Mort, hold yourself together.
What,
Yeah,
did the Lord
Lord.
Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Vox Master is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
I have not yet received word from the Engineerium regarding any Gellerfield failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure. And, Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on Transitional Deck 18.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
And then me.
If I may, Lord Captain. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance.
Wait, did you say taking into account Edelhard's
Bring him
psychic
here.
power?
In whatever state you find him. This elevator
Oh, I'm thinking of Abelard.
leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand?
It's a bit choppy, eh? OBS seems to think it's pretty solid. YouTube is solid. I think it might be on your end, Redneck, because everything looks good on mine. I appreciate the heads up all the same. And yeah, I've already set OBS to high priority. So yeah, no, I think that this on your end for once. Hear and obey, Lord Captain.
Then move out. Mort, come.
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear.
Yeah, no one could.
Of course you will. Lady Theodora wouldn't...
But that is no longer relevant. Wait, hang on a second, and then thunk, I'm unconscious. Because of course he's the traitor. I'm going to turn up the voice volume once I get a chance. Because the voice acting in this game is quite good. There's a lot of it. Oh! You're gonna kick me awake?
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the warrant chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. Ah, you are back with us, I see. Delightful. How perceptive of you. I'll help you with the next insight. I need you here for your blood.
You need my blood, okay.
We are in the anteroom of the warrant chamber. This void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power.
So the door will only open.
Sacred warrant of trade. Only one obstacle.
What is it,
remains
inbred?
on
Is
my
your blood
path.
too thin?
On the contrary, the warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Fon Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that what family is for?
So we succeeded on coercion. Where we're demanding that he explain himself. What sorry pathetic excuse do you even have for your apostasy, you sordid wretched piece of grok shit? That's a solid line right there.
Wretched? What do you know about wretchedness? Theodora's curse. Are you hoping to buy a grain of her indulgence with your blind loyalty? Oh, I know this delusion.
I no longer
But
serve
thank
mortal
the gods
kind.
it no
Oh, he's a
Once my
cultist.
work is done, I'll make that pompous wench Fon Valancius watch as I sacrifice her entire dynasty and commit their fate to the gods.
And you will be the instrument.
The blade flashes into light and drops your blood appear in your palm. For a brief moment you feel nauseous, your head is spinning, and then quiet whispers begin to flood your mind. More and more sourceless voices echo each other, drowning out your own thoughts, replacing them with a single urge: go to the gate, go to the gate, go to the gate. Yeah, we're gonna fight the voices. With the voice you giggle and mock your desperate outcry, you feel this intruding influence forcing you onto your feet and making you take a step towards the gate, looming in front. Well, yeah, you and interesting. There's consequences here. You were wounded by the corrupted weapon, which led to a warp entity invading your mind. Could have long-term ramifications. Might not have long-term ramifications. I don't know. In the gateway arc, you see a cogitator with a human likeness built into the front panel. So, cogitator is just computer. As you approach, the torso twitches slightly. This is a servitor. an obedient automaton created from a lobotomized human being. The Sentinel turns its head to you, one of its eye sockets lining up with two ember-like irises. Since we've got high-tech use, let's examine the device. We carefully inspect the design. What immediately catches your eye is the strange alloy that was used as material for its components, some of which are unfamiliar to me. You suspect this might be some kind of archaeotech relic, so ancient tech. Right? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to put our hand in its mouth and it's going to bite us. Going to examine the Sentinel just so we can see everything. Look for anything that can be used as a weapon. Nothing. Okay, we're going to put our hand, we're going to look back.
Did you forget something?
Alright, we're going to put our hand in its mouth, it bites down, it draws blood.
High levels of caustic humus. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
Do we require assistance? Yes, I do require assistance.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
Now you're talking. Surprise!
There is still another way.
Alright, we're inside the warrant chamber. I like the way you can kind of like see into the next room. Like there was absolutely no need for them to build this out, this extra side passageway. Maybe there is later, but right now it doesn't appear that there was. So we're gonna go click on this warrant, this giant literal wall of text. And then there's the warrant of trade, the thing that makes rogue traders rogue traders.
Escort the child of the house to safety.
I need a weapon, man.
Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations.
Okay, it's not helping. Who's talking to me?
Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel standing by. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel designed as a personal escort of the child of the house and a means of communicating with the rogue trader's subject. Voxcast frequencies disrupted.
Voxcaster, restore communication with the navigator's sanctum. I'm trying to contact the bridge.
Communication protocols breached.
Alright, just leave me away from it, I guess.
Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent
Always keep your eye on the price.
Still have no new items. Okay. Audio. Options. Okay, master volume. We're going to increase that, and then we'll decrease music a bit and decrease SFX. Yeah, we should close that door behind us. So no one can see. Oh, hey, buddy.
Run, fools, or fall!
Abelard. Abelard. The animation of this game is so good.
Master! Whatever are you doing in the Warren Chamber? How did you... Throne, preserve me! What is the meaning of this?
Alright, Conrad Voigtver is a traitor. When we parted ways in the offices, he stunned me somehow and brought me here.
What?
He intended to take revenge on Theodora for something, and trying to reach the warrant was somehow part of that plan.
Oh, holy God, Emperor! I presume he is the one responsible for the mutiny. And, Master, I wish to remind you that you are to refer to the Lord Captain as Lady Theodora.
Rogue Trader itself, I think, is relatively new. Like, I think it's only about a year or two old. Like, this video game. Yeah, came out December 2023, so it's literally just 2 years old. They've only got... So there's like 4 DLC planned, only 2 of them are out. The next 2 are being released next year. That said, Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader is 40 years old at this point. That came out in the early 80s. So like as a war game or tabletop or RPG, it's been around. Warhammer and Warhammer 40,000 / Rogue Trader has been around for 4 decades. Alright. Voigtver has openly admitted he is it Voigtver, maybe? Voigtver openly admitted he's the mastermind behind the mutiny.
Saints' blood! Then it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized. I thought his order to seal the passages between decks was his attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels. But now I see the real reason. It was to stop the enforcers from intervening. At least you are alive, and now safe, Master. Alas, I doubt we can afford to look for a compartment to sit out this disaster.
I'm gonna get some coffee while Abelard talks.
You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And, for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
Alright, so they're tutorializing healing, I think? Oh, lasgun! And a chest plate. Okay. Alright, so I have an injury. Oh, I don't have a gun at all right now. So let's have a lasgun let's stick some armor on. We'll switch to Abelard because Abelard can use a medical kit. I can't use medical kits? Okay, yeah. That's a skill I'm going to have to pick up. And then Abelard.
What advice do you seek?
Is going to use
Let's
medical
patch you
kit.
up.
That is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead. The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on.
Oh, yeah, Redneck. So if you're thinking of, like, Warhammer as a video game, there have been a whole bunch of Warhammer video games over the decades. Like, I don't know if you're familiar with the development company THQ. They were really, really big at one point. They kind of faded away, but the thing that put them on the map was Dawn of War, which was like an RTS Warhammer 40k game. And then the Total War series has multiple Warhammer games. It's got a Warhammer 40,000 version, which is sci-fi, and a Warhammer, which is fantasy version. Then there's Space Marine, which is like a third-person shooter. Like, there are so many games set in this universe around, so like, if you're in the video game space at all, you're going to be kind of familiar, at least to hear the word Warhammer. It's going to come up.
But that is not the worst of it all. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the Navigator and the Master Helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the Navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation.
What's gone wrong with
If
the
we can manage
translation
that.
exactly?
I am no helmsman. Oh, God Emperor preserve me, Navigator. However, I've spent my entire life aboard void ships equipped with warp drives, and I know that portents such as these do not bode well. It could be that the Gellerfield has faltered.
No, we'd be dead.
Perhaps the Navigator was struck down by warp corruption
We would also
and is
be
fighting
dead.
for the last shreds of his humanity as we speak. If we get thrown off course, we will be forever lost in the warp. Naturally, we would likely not have long to live in that scenario. But I will not resign myself to such an outcome just yet.
So, again, for anyone watching, if you're unfamiliar with this universe, whenever he says warp, just take that to mean hell. So he says, if we get thrown off course, we will be forever lost in hell. Is basically what he's saying.
During warp transit, the sanctum is closed to all who are not involved in traversing the Empyrean. And for good reason. For the Navigator to open their third eye and perceive the way, the sanctum must be bathed in the energies of the immaterium.
Hell.
Only a Navigator can withstand such an ordeal. For the rest of us, any contact with the warp is fraught with perils such as loss of sanity, spontaneous mutations, and death.
Alright. I heard one of Theodora's Voxcasts.
Lady Theodora's. Which one? The last one I received was about the Navigator's Sanctum, and that was a good while ago. In any case, let us hope that the Lord Captain is well, and
Alright.
safely in charge of the ship's defense.
Let's go to the Navigator's Sanctum.
Absolutely. Let us...
To arms, loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor! Fight the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home, and with all your might, destroy those who have dared!
The Lord Captain is calling her
I'm getting
crew
my
to
coffee.
battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, You and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved. Onward!
Ah, fellas.
Close ranks!
All of you will bleed!
Yeah, an old PC game on CD and the box art and stuff. I mean, that could have been anything. Because, like, CDs would have been the 1990s, right? So that would have been the period of dawn of war. Warhammer Shadow... So, setting aside Blood Bowl and Hero Quest, Warhammer Shadow of the Horned Rat was like 95. Warhammer... Yeah, absolutely. It's like, it's a huge universe. Like, just looking at the Wikipedia, in Warhammer Fantasy, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. There are 31 games set in Warhammer Fantasy. Right? Then in, like, sci-fi, there's... Oh, Jesus. There's like another 40 games. Jesus, 50 games? Set in Warhammer 40k. It is fucking huge. Right. And the irony is the video games aren't even Games Workshop's main product. They're just like a side project. Where do I want to be placed? I want to be placed... Jesus, it doesn't really matter. If I start there, I can move into cover relatively quickly. And Abelard, I think we're just going to start Abelard in melee with people. Okay, so we're going to do run and gun. I'm going to step back here. And then I can single shot or I can burst fire. Yeah, let's burst fire. Nice. And then we'll burst fire again.
On it. You never stood a chance.
Okay.
I serve the ruinous powers!
Oh, you don't want to move into melee with Abelard, my man. Oh, I need to move my chat window. Give me a sec here. Alright, let's move the window. Maybe over here? We'll try it over here. Okay, that's better. Now we can see what's going on. We've got a single attack. Or a multi-hit. There was something about a charge. Oh, I can't charge. Okay. Well, I can move to here, right? And then I can hit... I can't. Okay.
Indeed. I took care of this one.
Abelard might be in a bit of trouble over here.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Shot his mate. You know what? I'm gonna take that.
I'll make it happen. Another enemy down.
Nice. We missed Abelard completely.
Victory is imminent. One fewer target.
Death to non-believers!
Oh, Abelard has the naval guy background. That's a pity.
Who, if not, your end was inevitable.
Alright, we gained levels. I don't know why we have a thumbs up on these. It's probably recommending certain skills. Let's... what does awareness do? No traps, hidden objects, secret passages. You know, yeah, let's go with awareness. Let's boost that. I guess that's the only thing I get at this level. Okay. Abelard, warrior. And let's boost athletics.
We are the spearhead of the Imperium.
Okay, let's kill that real quick. Oh, we can loot bodies. Excellent. I think we're going to send all of those to cargo except for maybe one of each of those. And then we're going to give you a backup pistol just so we get stuck in melee. So if you're in melee, you can't use two-handed weapons like glass guns if you're in melee. So we want a secondary switch to a sword and a last pistol. Just so we've got options. I think we're done here. Unless you're hiding stuff. I don't think you are. Don't appear to be.
I always have a backup plan.
Psycho.
I hear
Oh, dear. Cool.
here on the threshold of the blinded guide. Doom comes from the heavens.
Master, watch your head.
Idira, would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Sorry, old man. The voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abela, how they sing.
This is Idira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valancius. Idira?
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate. To die in the waves of the immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn. And in the roaring blaze, I see a figure standing. Who is it? I have no answer. The voices from beyond the threshold whisper to me. Sometimes their murmurs are clear, they grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. But I am patient. I know how to listen and discern. But now, with this clamor around me, too many voices, too loud. And you are von Valancius, one of Lady Theodora's heirs. Well then, we finally meet.
Officers frequency. To all who can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officers' deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officers' deck at once and prepare to launch a counterattack.
That Deadlethrat. Oh, Emperor's providence. The other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to...
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Edelstrad's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
Blast it! You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
How do you know who I am?
What? You think Lady Theodora didn't ask me to peek into the darkness behind the backs of those she sees as her prospective heirs? I have seen you. I have seen the footsteps of your past and the wounds of your heart.
Okay.
The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the engineerium. But it was too late. I heard the cry of our master Cog, and the silence that followed.
What? You don't mean the Engineer Prime is...
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the Navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we saved the Navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks.
She's not wrong.
Oh no. No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity.
So you'll see, if you're watching on the screen, you'll see these kind of purple wisps just kind of in the atmosphere. That's not gas venting, that is like the energy from the warp, the energy from hell leaking into the ship. It means something bad is happening.
But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for?
No.
Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive.
Okay, we got Adira. So Adira is a...
Did I mention that my whispers tell me jokes?
Psyker.
Jokes that once said aloud make your eyes bleed and blood curdle.
Okay, that was a
Talk
lot.
about black comedy.
Oh, she's still going. I just clicked on her. Okay, so for those unfamiliar with this universe, a Psyker is someone who can open their mind to the warp, aka can open their mind to hell and pull in some power from hell to do stuff like make other people's heads explode. If you do that while in the warp, you're basically putting up a giant I am here sign to the demons of hell. So doing psionic stuff when we have all this purple shit on screen is bad. Head dynamite from hell. Absolutely. That is the thing. And it means that when you're fighting in the warp, you can shoot and do all the stuff, that's just fine, but if your Psyker starts using abilities, there is a percentage chance you start breaching hell and demons start teleporting in, which can make a bad combat even worse. Because they may not be on the enemy side, but they are definitely not on your side. Oh, right,
Yes.
Does she have any gear? Right, so she's got a psychic staff, and she's got a pistol. She's got a little bit of armor. Right, okay. Are we going... Where are we going? Are we going in here? Fuck. Okay, yeah, we're going in here. Oh, that's the navigator. Okay. Yeah, we can't... There's no sneaking in this game, to the best of my knowledge, so we're just gonna
Your
run
doom
in.
has been foretold.
Your Emperor won't save you!
Let's put my character here. Let's put her here. Let's put Abelard somewhere where you can charge people and cut them in half. Or maybe... Can I give him any cover to start with? Let's put him here just in case other people get a go before he gets a go.
Hold on!
Oh, that's a sign.
Can I fall back now?
Out of my way! Chaos guides me!
Jesus, okay. So, Dira's abilities. Dira is a psyker and an operative. As an operative, she can study an opponent, identify their weaknesses, and her psyker abilities allow her to deal damage. Blah blah blah. Yeah, explaining how the operative works. Okay. So here, on the left-hand side of the screen, we have a meter called a veil degradation. The veil is essentially a barrier between us and hell. And as we use psychic abilities, and as the enemy psyker uses psychic abilities, veil degradation gets worse. Veil degradation increases by 1 for each use of a minor psychic power and by 3 of a major psychic power, and it reduces by 1 point every round. It's currently at 15. No, it's currently at 10? 10. And when it hits 15, while veil degradation is 14 or less, minor psychic powers have a, let's say, 6-ish% chance to trigger something bad. Major psychic powers have a 25% chance to trigger something bad. Sanctioned psychers have a reduced chance. We're not going to worry about what sanctioned psychers are. Once veil degradation hits 15, the minor psychic powers, instead of a 6% chance of something bad happening, have a 25% chance. And then the big powers, instead of a 25% chance, have a, oh sweet Jesus, 40 or higher. And psychic phenomenon, there's like a Wheel of Fortune table roll of bad things that happen. Oh, okay, so Lightning Arc would be a major psychic power. And yeah, my red bar goes up a lot. You know what? We're gonna do this. Just cause.
We'll do. Farewell.
Excellent. So she just nuked 2 guys. Is that... Oh, that's a minor psychic power. I'm gonna analyze you, I guess? That's pretty much unnecessary.
Such is the will of chaos.
And we'll have Abelard take out their psyker, and we're not gonna need to worry about them. Oh, you've gone into melee with my guy.
I'll see to it personally.
You motherfucker. Alright, Abelard, if you could, like, take out this psyker.
At your beck and call.
There we go. You need a pistol, Abelard. You need something in your hand.
What is this foreboding?
Anything else?
On it.
Really? If I hit run and gun now... Ooh. Oh yeah, no, I do get a second shot. Okay.
Another enemy down.
There we got him. Alright, so we're looking at the Navigator. So the Navigator is a psyker who has also been specially bred for thousands of years to be like a gross mutant. So the creature in the chair appears to become one with his throne. You see pink parchment-like skin stretched between the seat and the limbs that have too many joints for a normal human being. The Navigator is breathing heavily, the air whistling as it exits through the two dark, gill-like slits in its cheeks. The creature's eyes are shut, the two ordinary eyes, as well as the third eye that sits in the center of its forehead.
I believe Master Vespider still lives. Well, the servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive.
So I'm going to ask Adira, hey, what's wrong with this guy?
Wounded. Exhausted. Fighting back the endless horrors of the warp that are forcing their way into his head. Pick one.
Your time is short.
Oh, is that the dude from Deepest Dungeons?
Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn.
That's not. His voice just changed, though. Now he's being possessed.
Ah! It came from beyond! His body is not his!
Okay.
Its march thunders under the burden of hopes. Unseal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words and meanings, each one a portent of salvation within me.
The Navigator continues to convulse violently in his seat, shrieking and cackling, but then his fit stops abruptly. His face is drenched in black and crimson. The dark ooze from under his third eyelid has turned from a trickle into a stream, mixed with the blood coming out of his nose, and there is a purple swelling around the eye.
Run. Flee from this place while I still have the strength. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp. But it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help.
How do I spell his name? Vespiadas. Voice actor. I am 90% certain that is the same voice actor as the narrator from Darkest Dungeon. Seriously? Vespiadas isn't credited on IMDb? That's annoying. Darkest Dungeon. It's just making my brain itch. I need to look this up now. We're going to look at all cast and crew. Wikipedia is so much more user-friendly. Wayne June is the guy's name. Okay, so now we're going to look up Wayne June on IMDb. He's not listed as an actor for this, so maybe he's not. Maybe it's just a very similar voice. Not maybe, it's definitely a very similar voice. Discord, why are you not welcome? Okay, anyway. I want to help.
Run. The sanctum will be sealed. I will hold it off. Hold on. And wait for the signal from the master helmsman. Then I will commence the translation. So, run. Run.
Alright, Lord, what am I doing?
The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Edelthrad and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the servo skull relayed to us earlier.
The spiders. Good luck. And thank you.
The navigator does not give her a response. Black tears mixed with blood are streaming from under the closed eyelids, and the vox at the base of the chair is bellowing out static interspersed with distant echoes of otherworldly laughter. Oh, I should probably loot these people, eh? Oh, we've got a scrappy autogun. Two-handed. You know, let's hold on to all of these for a sec, because that might be a better staff. No, it's the exact same as the one she has. Can I... We're just going to send that to cargo. How does that compare to the sword I have? It does less damage, but has better armor penetration. And it does a bleed when it hits. But swords parry. You know, I'd rather have the bleed, to be quite frank. And then a scrappy autogun. What does over penetration mean? Hang on. No. I don't. Oops, wrong button. Oh, so they have a chance to cause over penetration. When this happens, the attack will also damage the creature's nose behind the intended target, although damage to targets beyond the first is usually low. Gotcha. Laser weapons are effective against targets in cover and targets with high dodge. What does that mean? Oh, we got 30%. We got 30 points of dodge reduction on the last gun. The autogun does not have that. Okay, let's ditch the autogun. We'll move that to our cargo. Okay.
Is there money to be made?
Nothing to see here, no secrets, no hidden chests. Okay.
I always keep my options open.
Oh, that's not the way we're supposed to go. Okay, we're going this. This is the way we're going. Officer's desk. Look how the elevator looks like it could be. Oh, he's gonna make it? No, he didn't make it. Got a zigzag, buddy. You can't just run in a straight line.
Your ship's as good as ours! It's all over for you!
I shall pity not your enemies.
Oh,
I
Argenta.
shall heed not their pleas.
Yes, is so good.
Somebody shoot these...
I shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from them. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
I told you he would protect us.
My God, my light, my Emperor.
Like, she's not a space marine, but she's not a space marine. The white-haired warrior turns to face you, her dark eyes blazing. The weapon quivers in her hands, and for a brief moment, it seems she is not going to stop, and will instead continue eliminating every target she sees, starting with you.
Sister Argenta! Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We require all the forces we can muster.
Your face, it is unfamiliar. Who are you? The hour is dark and daunting. The ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the arch-enemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know, why are you here?
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelstrad the Heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation, so I suggest we all do just that.
Yeah, the Seneschal is right. This is no time for talk.
Very well. We may leave it at that, for now. I cannot
Alright,
wait to
settle
rain
down.
righteous fire down upon each and every heretic.
What is a warrior from the Adeptus Sororitas doing aboard a rogue trader? The order served the ecclesiarchy, do they not?
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time and conversation. Under more appropriate circumstances.
Enough idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice.
Okay, what's happening on the officer's deck?
Massacre, my lord. And heretics are not just killing the crew. Some kind of blight is sweeping through the decks, filling the air. I saw people going mad the moment they breathed it in, screaming about seeing their dead comrades, tearing out their eyes. I implore you, my lord, be on your guard.
Who are these people?
Overseer of Middle Deck AL-84, my lord. We were rounding up everyone we could find in the attack compartments when we ran into an ambush. Just about every enforcer fell. These are the survivors.
Alright, let's get to the main hall.
Through this door. I shall join you, for it is my duty to the God Emperor to destroy this heresy.
We will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Oh, I wish we had a Technomat with us. But we'll see what we can do without one.
Good to hear it. Sister?
Ready. May terror's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness.
The crew need more powerful weapons in battle, and maybe something suitable can be found on the officer's deck. In other words, slow down, look around, check for gear. Oh, a well-maintained las gun. I received new, more efficient weapon. Okay. she's a bolter, right? Oh yeah, Argenta has a bolter. Bolters are like just the best weapons. This last gun, slightly more damage, and that's it. 1 point higher minimum and maximum damage. It's still trash. But it's better than what I had. Is there any more stuff? Blast a hole through a door large enough for a person to get through. Like, you say a person can get through, but you're not letting me through. Oh, we've got more goods. What's in here? More cargo. Okay. We can probably open this door now, eh? Yep. And we kind of just walked into a firefight, and yet we're not in a firefight yet. Run forward.
I will deliver furious retribution.
So I'm kind of curious, what is she in terms of... Oh, she's a soldier, same as my main character. Okay. Let's put her here. Let's put me here. Let's put Abelard somewhere you can charge from, and let's put our Psyker in the back, safe. And now the Veil degradation is starting at 0, so we're just gonna open up. Let's mark the cutthroat.
That is not my destiny.
Oh, is that not? Oh, that's forewarning, my bad. Analyze anyways, that's what I meant to do.
Was that you? Or... What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Alright, that's half the enemies dealt with. And let's give Abelard a boost to his damage and parry.
Chaos guides me.
So it's kind of a pity Argenta is up, because she can't shoot now, because this dickhead is right there. So we're going to do run and gun. And the damage on this thing is 3 to 4. And he has 18 hit points. Okay. We're going to do burst fire.
Doubt is for the weak.
Find it hard to believe in second chances.
I'm gonna burst fire.
Faith without
I'm on your side, remember?
She just shot my main character a bunch of times, which is unfortunate. And Abelard is gonna charge. He's not gonna charge. He's just gonna move around.
I will do my duty.
Guy.
I took care of this one.
Oh, more enemies.
to the weak.
Okay, but that would be you, though.
I serve the ruinous powers.
So I move forward. I can't go into cover anywhere. Unless I run and gun. Oh, there is no cover is the problem. Gotcha. Okay, we're gonna run to there.
I'll see to it personally. You never stood a chance.
Well, that was unfortunate. If I do that, can we hit this guy with lightning? You can.
They who discern the future on the
Lock and load.
battlefield. Be gone. Will do.
Main character kind of in trouble. Sister Argenta kicking ass. What's this? Freer's recital gives her a bunch of momentum. What is momentum? Is the morale boost? Yeah, it is. Okay. She does not need any
Death
momentum.
to non-believers!
Can we charge this guy?
I'm not interested.
Can't charge this guy. Well, you can move to here. And then you can medkit my main guy.
Tried and tested tactics.
I'll make sure to return the favor one day.
And then you can cut down both of these guys.
Wasn't you a target?
One of them for sure.
Indeed.
Who if not me?
On it. The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. As the Emperor commands, I act.
And we're done here.
Rise to the top or get left
We
in the
should deal
dust.
with this.
Interesting. Oh, there's more goods over here. Deal with this.
I always have a backup plan.
So it's a quick save. I mean, it's a 100% chance, right?
That's how it's done.
Well, there's a ton of goods. Maybe not a ton, but certainly a bunch. Melter charges. Well, that kind of guarantees no future doors will be in the way.
I won't stand for it.
Do they not need to be equipped? Apparently they don't. Well, that's neat. I like that. So I can use a multi-charge to take out the door. Use a multi-key. Or just have Hiram be super cool and hack the door.
I always get the job done. Just as I planned. Success is the only outcome I accept. That's how it's done.
Shotgun. Shotguns are new with the DLC. Actually, they're not bad. Their range is garbage, but they're... does double the damage to potentially triple what the last gun does with better armor penetration. And it knocks people back. When shot at effective range. And effective range is 3 or less. So the thing is there though, again, I don't think it can be used in melee. I would have to double check the rules on that. But Abelard doesn't have a gun, so let's give it to Abelard. Alrighty. I think I'm going to take a few minutes here. In the middle of that break. I'm going to take a few minutes here for a break and go use the washroom. Alrighty. Let me just push a message out on Discord and I'll get right back into it. Where am I? Streaming sports. All right. Okay, so we got a new medic bag. He's still got one. Okay, so she can use one, and Abelard gets the second one. Okay. I don't think there's any other stuff to loot.
Let us not dawdle.
Blah 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 books. Okay. Alright, fellas. Oh, I can blow up the door. Okay. We can't hack the door, we have to blow it up.
The Emperor favors me today.
And we leveled. Okay, so at this level, I get a keystone feature. So every time you kill 3 people, you get a bunch of stuff. Okay, and she's gonna have the same one, because she is the same class. And Abelard, when he triggers this, he gets a boost to his deflection based on his toughness. We want to boost Abelard's toughness. And then Idira gets exposed weakness, which majorly weakens the enemy. Oh, we're all just running through, eh?
Over there.
Okay, we can go that way, or we can loot some stuff.
Just as I planned.
What is this? Deck officer's helmet. Okay, well, a helmet is a little bit extra armor, so yes, let's put that on our main character, thank you. So you don't have a silly bike one anymore.
Keep your wits about you.
That's not a good sound. The roar of the flames rings in your ears and the choking smoke makes it. This game really could use a narrator voice, right? And the choking smoke makes you cough and gasp for air. You instinctively recoil from the scorching heat wiping your face. A moment later, a hazy silhouette forms in the raging wall of fire. You are surrounded by ear-splitting noise and screaming, yet you distinctly hear the sound of footsteps, and then you see the figure walk out of the fire towards you. It is Theodora van Valensis. Yes.
Are you lost, my heir?
So here's another reason why a narrator voice would be good, because there's a whole section of narration here that is supposed to happen before she speaks, and the game doesn't give, like, let's say I really wanted to read everything out, and I don't really want to read, I'm gonna read stuff out, because I figure some people are mobile, or they just don't want to read, and some of it's worthwhile and fun. But the thing is, I wouldn't be able to read this out before the game speaks, because the game speaks right away. And sometimes there's a bit of descriptive text sandwiched in between 2 lines, but the game just put those 2 lines back to back, so there's no chance to read them in the way that it's presented as written. So that's one of the extremely few quibbles I have with this game. No, I'm not lost.
An apparition. A sorceress. Apparition. Trickery of the warp.
Sister, you will lower your weapon. Threatening the Lord Captain is outrageous.
I am a rogue
How did you get here?
trader. I am wherever my will demands me to be. Would you prefer to be elsewhere at this time? Indubitably. But are you ready?
For what?
I can lead you out of these flames, show you a path, rid you of pain, and give you a weapon so that you may defeat your enemies. Decide.
So this is like one of the first major, maybe not major, but it's a decision point, right? Because you've been possessed by an entity of some sort. Your mouth begins to sound of each word Theodora speaks is like music yours. The entity now dwells in the deepest recesses of mind. That now dwells in the deepest recesses of mind is pleading, begging, demanding that you give her an immediate answer, and that answer being nothing but acceptance. You were wounded by the corrupted weapon or so to a warp entity invading your mind. So we don't want a warp entity in our mind. And it's a fairly solid rule of thumb. If whatever the warp entity wants is going to be bad for us. Fairly safe bet.
Do not listen to this abomination. If there is naught but his light in your heart, if you are resolute in your faith, then step into the flames. The Emperor protects. His faithful will not be deterred by either darkness or deceitful promises. Nor will the fire burn those who carry the torch of faith in their soul.
To the void with you. We need to follow Lady Theodora before we suffocate in this furnace.
The people! The survivors from the middle decks! We must help the crew! Lead them out! Find a way around!
Abelard is making the correct choice here.
Then we'll miss our chance to meet up with Edel. What are we waiting for?
I think in my first playthrough, I went with Iconoclast. Right now it doesn't matter, like it's not critical. I'm not locking out the other choices by making a choice here. So if you're playing this game, there isn't really a good guy playthrough in this game because this universe doesn't really allow for good people. The closest you get to it is Iconoclast. And at least in that one, you're kind of trying your best to be a decent human being, be a decent person. With Dogmatic and Heretical, you're not trying to be a decent person in any way, shape, or form. With Dogmatic, you're just committing to the evil that is the Imperial Creed, and Heretical, you're committing to the evil that is the Chaos Gods. And Iconoclast, you're committing to the people. Akira says we'll miss our chance to meet up with Abelard. I think I'm gonna walk through the fire this time. Thousands of needles pierce your consciousness but are powerless to stop you. The entity is from her. You take a step forward and the illusion breaks. A wave of excruciating pain crashes over you and Theodora's face fades into the forest room. You hear the voices of your companions calling you from behind and the screams of the weak dying in the inescapable blaze. I don't particularly like that choice. Oh, wow. Okay, no, that was a bad choice. The blinding inferno, the harrowing fire, the all-consuming storm releases you as you step out, barely able to stand on your feet. The blood is pounding in your ears, drowning out the world around you. Your eyes, caked in soot and burnt eyelashes, refuse to open. Free from the flames, you take 2 more steps before collapsing to your knees. The rush of blood in your temples and the horrible pain all over your scorched body cloud your mind, before suddenly retreating as if driven away by some mighty will. A new strength spreads throughout your veins, and despite the wounds, your body is once again ready for trials and struggle. You open your eyes and see, aglow with warm light before you, the Aquila, the sacred symbol of the Imperium. In the next moment, you are struck with another realization. The repulsive presence, the one that has plagued your mind since Wagner wounded you, is gone. The fire seems to burn the entity away without a trace.
Master, can you hear me? Oh, you're alive. Which is more than I was expecting after what you just did.
Praise the Emperor. We passed through the flames. How can this be anything but a portent? For so it is said, that the Emperor will bless the worthiest and most steadfast in their faith.
Behind Argenta, you see Idira at last doubled over in a fit of nausea. The rest of the people who were following you have withered away in the fire that continues to rage a mere 2 steps away from you. Did you see that? The Aquila, it was glowing.
You're delirious. Whatever it is you think you are seeing.
What happened to Lady Theodora? Did she follow us?
Oh, Idira.
There was no Theodora, witch. There was an illusion, a temptation, a foul taint that tried to lead us astray. But he perceived its true nature.
Is that right, Adepta Sanctimonious? What? We'll just pretend like we didn't see the Lord's Captain standing there in the fire? Abela, you tell her.
Whatever it was, it matters no longer. Your conduct is bordering on madness, or holiness. A path opened behind you, where one moment there was fire, the next only smoldering embers remain. But what am I saying? My eyes must have deceived me. Too much smoke for my lungs. Truly, would you have received wounds like these if there had been no fire?
The wounds are merely a sign of a trial laudably passed. It is something to be proud of, the same as decorations or badges of honor.
No element holds power over the righteous. Even if you were anticipating another wave of pain, it does not come. Your muscles feel strong and your limbs obey you without fail, and yet deep inside, somewhere next to your heart and stomach, you feel a certain tension akin to that of a taut string. You are at your limit. Be it adrenaline or the strength of your faith, it will not carry you much farther.
Did my eyes deceive me? I could swear that I just witnessed you step out of a pillar of fire with the rest following in your wake.
It was the only way. We are here in response to your Vox call.
I did not expect you would make it here in time. After all, the mutiny caught the entire crew off guard, as they were scattered all over the ship. I must say, your wounds.
So lore warp 100%. We're going to look closely at Edelthrad. Edelthrad does not seem to have changed since you first met, but only at first glance. His face has taken on a strange hue. The skin at his temples remains scaled, and his voice now has an uncanny, screeching quality. These are not traces of fatigue and stress. The side of his body has begun to mutate, a consequence of contact with the warp. You're not in the best shape yourself, Edelthrad.
Noticed the signs of my blessing, have you? Yes. The warp is taking its toll. But I'm still sane and able to hold my weapon. I'll fight for the Von Valancius bloodline to the end. And if the price is the eternal curse of mutation, so be it.
My faith will keep me upright with a weapon in my hand. That is all that matters. Let's go with the second one. I can fight, at least for the time being. Let's not be too fucking macho about this shit.
Then let us steal our souls. Our greatest trial awaits. I have gathered everyone who answered the Vox call and was able to hold a weapon. Yet I do not see the Lord Captain or her arch-militant in our midst. We are still receiving messages in her voice, but she is not responding to direct requests. I last saw Lady Theodora on the observation platform. When did you and she part ways?
So long ago.
It was at this very elevator, Master Edelthrad. The Lord Captain, accompanied by the Arch-Militant, headed to her chambers to retrieve an item of particular import. After that, all we heard from her were Vox broadcasts.
This is troubling, and the timing is inopportune. I'm still receiving fragmentary reports from the breach. Kunrad Voigtveer was spotted there, and even what scant intelligence on his activities I have reminds me of descriptions of sorcerous rituals. If that traitor has resorted to witchcraft, we must stop him at once.
I'm not sure if it matters which way we go, but it sounds like the bridge is more urgent.
No, you most certainly are not. You can barely stand upright after what happened. It is best that we go to retrieve Lady Theodora and let Edelthrad commence the attack on Voigtveer.
Something in the Senator's voice gives you the impression that his primary goal is ensuring Theodora's safety, not yours.
A reasonable approach. Take your escort with you. You may be waylaid. Once you have found the Lord Captain, you must beg her to go to the bridge and lead the counterattack. The rogue trader's appearance is sure to fill the defenders' hearts with hope, however frightened or exhausted they may be. Until next we meet, may the Emperor bless your deeds. I shall see you on the field of battle.
Look no further. Let me help.
It's clear now.
I owe you a debt.
Is there a select all button? Backspace? Why is it fucking backspace? Okay, is tilde or thingy being used? Okay, I can do Control A. You know what? That's fine.
I always keep my options open.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Oh no, buddy, don't open the next door. I didn't say to do that.
Oh, it's a peculiar thing.
What did you spot? I don't see what you spotted. Oh, that goes into the head spot as well. Who's got the next highest logic? You all suck. Okay.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Alright, cheers, Redneck. Talk to you later.
Is there money to be made?
So I'm fading pretty fast here due to the aforementioned lack of sleep. So I think I'm going to wrap up here before another combat happens. I might be back in an hour or two. I don't know. I'm going to put my head down for a bit and see how I feel. Otherwise, I will definitely be back tomorrow. If you like this, please like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And otherwise, hit me up with a follow on Twitch. And I will talk to y'all the next time I'm playing.